Welcome back to the channel where we're dropping truth bombs about your money. Today, we are tackling a huge misconception about whole life insurance that keeps way too many people on the sidelines.
He's Jonah Du, I'm Shawn King, and the myth we're dismantling today is the idea that accessing the cash value in your whole life insurance policy takes ages. I'm talking like decades.
Decades? Seriously? Who's got that kind of time? People hear life insurance and then they think that it's some dusty old thing that you can't touch. But that couldn't be farther from the truth. So buckle up, because we're about to show you just how quickly and easily you can tap into your cash value. And you don't just have to take our word for it. We did the digging, so you don't have to. And we're going to point you to the exact information so you can see it for yourself.
Let me ask you this, Jonah. Why in the world do you think so many people believe that it takes so long to access the cash value in your whole life insurance policy?
Shawn, that is a good question. The answer is because these insurance companies' websites are really good at telling people that whole life insurance builds cash value, but they're not very good at telling people how fast. Here, I'll show you. First up, New York Life.
Oh yeah, I see it right there on the screen. Permanent policies with a guaranteed death benefit and guaranteed cash value that grows over time.
Right, but how long is over time, right? Let's try a different company, Shawn.
You build guaranteed cash value, which you can use however you want. Hey Jonah, do me a favor, hover over that little information symbol real quick. Cash value. Money that grows in your policy that you can access while you're still alive.
Which sounds amazing, but it's still not saying anything about how long you have to wait to get the cash though. All right, let's try one more.
It states that cash value may be available to the policy owner, but it doesn't mention anything about how long we have to wait until we can actually use that cash value.
Okay, so now do you understand why it's such a common misconception? It's actually really hard to get the information by yourself. And the idea that you can't access cash value for a long time comes from a bunch of examples of actual people who bought whole life insurance and then they didn't have any money to use for a long time. Surely you've heard of these mom and grandmas buying Gerber policies on their babies.
I'm actually extremely familiar with those policies, Jonah. You can pay anywhere from like $5 to $25, and the death benefit on those things is like $10,000 total, which, let's be honest, that's better than nothing. But where we're at in 2025 at this point, that probably wouldn't even cover burial expenses with the cost of things these days.
Exactly. Shawn, tell the people out there what the difference is between those old school policies and the policies that we help people with.
Yeah, for sure, man. So the policies that we help people with have been specifically designed for the exact purposes that we're trying to accomplish. You guys need to understand that these policies aren't just generic whole life policies that you can go grab from Jake at State Farm, and you damn sure can't get them from your uncle who plays part-time insurance agent to pick up a couple quick bucks when he's actually got some free time. If you decide to end up going that route, expect not to be able to utilize your policy the way that we speak about here. You see, we design policies with cash value in mind. So we typically lower the death benefit so we can increase the cash value and, most importantly, give you access to that cash value right away. Then, of course, we teach you how to use that cash value. It's a process called infinite banking.
Oh, Shawn, so I've heard of infinite banking before. In fact, we've made lots of videos teaching people how to use cash value and how to get access to cash value right away. But just in case you haven't seen any of our videos before, maybe you've seen some of these folks saying the same thing.
This is what it looks like. Hey Ed, yeah. I need to borrow money for my policy. I'm buying a piece of real estate.
Oh, no problem, Ralph. Here you go.
This isn't enough.
You need more?
Yes.
Here you are.
Excellent. So now, if in fact your agent, he or she, understands how to leverage your policy, because that's why you bought it in the first place, it should take you within 48 hours to get a wire into your checking account for the money that you're borrowing from yourself from your own policy.
It's actually very simple. You request the amount and it arrives within a couple days, and then it keeps your situation very liquid.
Me or I'm you, I want my money and I want it now.
It's my money and I need it now.
having access to cash value. What does this mean? So inside of a whole life insurance policy, when you pay your premium or the cost for insurance, as long as it is designed to have cash value growth in the very first year, this means you will have access to liquid capital inside your policy that you can use at your discretion.
Well, Jonah, it's pretty clear to me, as long as the policy is designed with cash value in mind, it looks like we're going to be able to get cash from these policies right away, man.
That's right. As long as it's designed the right way. And here's another thing that's worth noting. The primary way we take cash value out of the policy is through what's called a policy loan. It's important to understand that this is not a direct withdrawal from your deposited values. Instead, the life insurance company actually lends you the money, and your policy's cash value acts as collateral.
Okay, so it's a loan. That makes sense. One really cool thing that we like to remind people is even after taking that loan, your entire policy value continues to grow, uninterrupted, even while you're borrowing against it. That's a huge difference compared to just pulling money out of some savings account, if you ask me.
Exactly, Shawn. But let's get back to talking about the timeline. While the cash value starts growing as soon as you begin making premium payments, the amount readily available for a significant loan might take a little time to build up.
Okay, I hear you, Jonah. But what's significant to you? What I'm trying to say is a significant number to you might not be so significant to the next guy, right?
This is true. This is true. For most standard whole life insurance policies designed for the infinite banking concept, you can always access a meaningful loan amount within the first 2 to 3 weeks. However, there is also accelerated cash value policy designs that are specifically built to grow that cash value faster, potentially allowing you higher access to those funds in the first few weeks.
Wow, 2 to 3 weeks. I bet you that's way faster than a lot of people thought. So once you decide that you need access to that cash, what's that process like, Jonah? Is it a big hassle with tons of paperwork like getting a loan from a bank tends to be?
No, generally it's a pretty straightforward process. You typically contact the insurance company and formally request the loan amount you need. Once they approve the request, and assuming you've got the cash value in there that you requested, the funds are just sent to you or direct deposited into your account within a few business days to a week. Some companies even go faster if you want to do a wire transfer.
That's pretty cool. So I'm sure the people are wondering, Jonah, what are some of the things that can affect how quickly we can tap into that cash value?
Shawn, that question is key because several factors play a role. The frequency and amount of your premium payments are key. The more you contribute, the faster your cash value grows. That's why those Gerber policies build cash so slowly and so little.
Okay, so just to recap, the original myth was that you have to wait decades to access your cash. But obviously, in this case, that's straight up false. If you do hear someone talking about that and understand what they're talking about is the old style of whole life insurance. If you get a properly structured policy used for infinite banking like we teach, you can start borrowing right away. And on top of that, taking out a loan doesn't stop your cash value from continuously compounding. Do I have that right?
That's it, man. And it's crucial for people to understand that if your intention is cash value from the get-go, there's a bunch of different ways we can make sure you get access to the most cash possible. Like you saw earlier, the insurance company is already guaranteed that the cash is going to be there. We just don't want to have to wait forever to get it.
Well, there you have it, guys. Another myth about the infinite banking concept officially busted. Do us a favor. Don't let all that misinformation swirling around out there hold you back from learning more, okay?
And if you have more questions about accessing your cash value or anything else related to infinite banking, just leave them in the comments below. Don't forget, my personal calendar, Shawn's personal calendar, is in the description of this video. So if you want to talk to one of us directly about getting one of those policies for yourself, that's how you do it.
And be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos so you can master the save and spend system. Peace.